बिनु सत्संग विवेक न हो. You know this, Shobhas? Come on, let's chant. बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई.
राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई.
बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई. हे राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
श्री राम जय राम जय जय
राम. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय. सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. I started teasing you very early this morning with the word sang. Sang means what? Sang means, come on, Hindi expert. Sang means gathering, congregation, togetherness. Sat means truth. So Tulsi Baba, he makes a very interesting comment here. Binu satsang vivek na hoi, Ram kripa binu sulabh na soi. He says, very literally translating, without having satsang, you will have, is it kusang? If you don't have satsang, togetherness, if you don't come together, how will you experience, are, binu satsang, without satsang, vivek na hoi. Are, even vivek is not even possible. Ram kripa binu sulabh na soi. How can you experience the fullest darshan of the Lord? Well, this morning I want to break up that chopai into a little bit smaller part. Because the word satsang, binu satsang, it is something that we're all doing in some form or fashion. Today marks the 4th day, is it? In the holy month of Ramadan. And our Muslim brothers and sisters, they go through a very rigorous and beautiful fast during this month of Ramadan. Very, very beautiful. It's a sadhana. Why are they doing this? It is because they are in search of something. And I don't want to define that something yet. Keep your mind open for now. I'll tell you when to close it. They're in search of something. The Christians, our Christian brothers and sisters, during the period of Lent, what are they doing? The period that precedes Easter. And all the different fasts that go with their faith. Do you think it's the cool thing to do? Well, I'm Christian and therefore I should be fasting during the month of Lent. Those individuals, I don't know who they are, they call themselves Hindus. You know them? They, and I'm saying they because I'm deliberately using third party. They fast during, you open the Hindu calendar every day, Baba. Every day is a reason to fast. Ekadashi, Pradosh, Vrat, Purnima, you name it and there's something reason to fast. Baba, too much, I better change my religion, too much demands. Navratri, Diwali, Janma Ashtami, you name it. Every month there's a Shivratri, Maha Shivratri, Krishna Janma Bhumi when he comes. Sadhana, looking for something. Why do we fast? Why do everybody fast? Why does everybody fast rather? It is because there's something more to what you currently have. Isn't that true? You're looking for something. And if you ask, I want to get closer to God, I want to taste the blood of Christ. I want to experience what the Holy Prophet Muhammad, upon whom be peace, what he experienced when he gave the revelation of the Quran. I want to become like Vedyas. I want to experience what Tulsidas Baba spoke about when he says, Binu Satsangh Vivek na hoi, Ram. I want Rama's Kripa. I want the benevolence of God. What does that even mean? You see, keep the mind open still, right? Don't close it yet. Because if you think literally what this word means, satsang, it means, Baba, every Sunday morning I am coming to satsang. That is what it means, right? That is one version. When we go to, you will receive an invitation to Shelly and her family's yagna this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She's 3 nights yagna. You would say, we're going for satsang at the Dow Village Hindu Mandir. When you sit with as a family, and Ravi Bhai sits with Vaishi, and he teaches her in 1 week, a little more than 1 week, to go from zero, meaning just singing a song, to playing harmonium for herself, and playing and singing in a world stage. That type of gathering, that is satsang. Families coming together, it is sang. Sang is togetherness. But this chopai of Tulsi Baba, Binu Satsang Vivek Nahi, Ram Kripa. What type of satsang is required to give you Rama Kripa? Satsang is important. Coming together of people is important. But Rama Kripa, that is a very different thing. And first of all, what is Rama's Kripa? Rama will appear from the heavenly regions and he will shower flowers upon you. Is that what Rama's Kripa is? Really, we read a lot of storybooks, I can tell you that. And we have good imagination and Bollywood movies to help the imagination. What is Rama's Kripa? Is Rama's Kripa different from Allah Kripa? Or Christ's Kripa? Or the Heavenly Father's Kripa? What is this Rama Kripa? What is it are we looking for? Benu Satsang. And therefore, this morning I want to remind you that every human being, we have prejudices. You know what a prejudice is? What is a prejudice? Anybody ever tell you, girl, you're prejudiced, eh? It means you bias. Sorry, not girl. Boy, you're prejudiced, eh? Because some people think I'm picking on the sexes. Prejudice means you have a bias. Panditji, I am not a biased person. Really? Every human being has some sort of bias because we think the word bias and prejudice is a bad word. This morning on Keshavam, I said the highest form of bliss that we've ever experienced, most of us, is when we came out of our mother's womb and we experienced, wow, we experienced total bliss, total joy, total connection with some ultimate, that when the stomach says, hungry, ma, and mommy would give you milk. When the diaper get wet, cry again. It's not a child, but the child is responding naturally to the environment. How many of you have remembered what it is to be in that state? Not childish, but to be childlike. Do you remember? Well, here are your prejudices. Please show me your hands. How many of you are male this morning? Please show me your hands. How many of you are female? Please show me your hands. How many of you not sure? It's okay. How many of you are Trinidadians? Show me your hands. Sort of biased people. You see, we don't realize that. The moment that we identify with something, if you are Trinidadian, you are not Grenadian. If you see, the moment we define who we are, it means that we have already established who we are not. And that essentially, it is a prejudice, it is a bias. But we don't see it as a bad word because Panditji, that is just how we were told. Nah, I have a Trini passport, I have a Guyanese passport, I have dual citizenship. These are some of the biases that we have. 3 weeks ago, we sat at the feet of Sadguru Jagi Vasudev for a 2-day Shambhavi Mahamudra meditation and guided. And at the end of the first day, he said, I want all of you to come back, for those of you who are willing to continue. He says, I want you to come back without your biases. And everybody says, yes, Gurudev. He says, you answering yes, but you know what I mean. He says, I want you to leave your biases at home. Yes, Gurudev, we can do that. I want you to leave home your prejudices. Yes, Gurudev, we can do that. Leave behind your thoughts of what is good and bad. Yes, Gurudev, we can do that. We finished one day already. We're ready for tomorrow. And he concluded by saying, before coming tomorrow, Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, leave your God home. Leave your God home. So everybody, instead of saying, yes, Gurudev, everybody, yes, Gurudev. And you will have there thinking, not everybody, a lot of people thinking, and discussions were happening in the car while we were going back. What SG talking about leaving your God home? God with me all the time. And there were so many discussions about leaving. How can I leave God home to go by Gurudev? Is he starting a new cult? Does he want to convince me of some new perspective, new age God thing? What he's telling us is, our concept of God, it is not based on our experience. Typically, our understanding of God is based on what mommy and daddy has told us, what we have seen others doing, or the books that we have read, or the environment that we have been exposed to as a child growing up. That is our understanding of God. And the moment we start defining that, because I am a Krishna Bhakt, or I am a Lord Shiva devotee, the moment we start thinking like that, he says, that you have already limited what God is. The experience that you have to come and have with me on Sunday, Sadhguru is saying, you have now, if you bring that concept of God with you tomorrow, you will not fully experience what Shambhavi, Mahamudra, or that meditation, or that Sangh really is. And I want you to think about that for a moment, because I truly get it. And that is why I use the word, our Muslim brothers and sisters, we can identify them. Our Christian brothers and sisters, we can identify them. But when I said, those people that they call Hindu, and he said, Baba, you're not Hindu? I wouldn't answer that. Because it is good to be part of communion and to be this part of worship. That is great. This is one form of satsang. But I'm taking you back to what Tulsidas meant when he says, Binu satsang vivek na hui, Ram kripa binu sulabh na soi. What is that Rama's kripa? It cannot be Rama kripa when we sit down and we chant Chaupai and Doha and chant shloka from Bhagavad Gita, or when we fast in for Lent and we fast in for Ramadan. That is not Rama's kripa only. We must understand what is true satsang. True satsang means when you woke up this morning, what did most of you do? You brush your? I'm giving you a hint. Teeth, right? After you brush your teeth, with the exception of one person who was very honest yesterday, you take a bath. And then after that, you blow dry the hair and you comb it up nice. And then after that, you don't wet it. Then you put some nice cream. And then if you, like some others, well, we ain't going to bathe yet. We're going to exercise. We're going to walk. Something we're going to do. And then we go to work. And then we come back and we cook. As fathers, we know what that is like. To wash, and to cook, and to clean. I tell you, I just lie, right, sometimes. That was one. Confession is good for the soul, don't worry. How much time do we spend on the physical? Lots of time. But how many time do we spend on that investment, that search for Sat? You see, we have many sanghs, different types of coming together. Lots of focus on the body, but what is that consistent sangh that we miss every day? Even while you're brushing your teeth, while you're taking a shower, even while you're exercising, and when we as seke in the roti on the tower, even those moments, or you're going to school, or you're doing your job, is that sangh something else? And that is what is the secret or the ultimate that every human being is searching for. But many of us get stuck in religion, and nothing is wrong. Please don't get me wrong. Nothing is wrong with religion. But religion helps us to be in line. Spirituality causes us to blur the line. And when you blur the line, it means you have expanded, with love of course, you have expanded and opened your mind to experience something that no words can describe. There's no teaching, there's no instruction that will come from the Singhasan that will tell you, do A, do B, do C. No. Satsang means that when you go into your world, you are experiencing something with you in every moment that will allow you to truly be in Sangh. Not Sangh with other people, but one with you and your environment and your creator. That is the Sangh that you're looking to experience when you get into the meditative or spiritual mode. So as I conclude this morning, and as many of us are anticipating, Panditji, what time you said? Who is coming this morning? Did I tell you I was lying? I lie sometimes, right? Panditji, well, I'm not lying, don't worry. So, as we wrap up this morning, I want to leave you with a story. A story that Shankaran Pillai, Gurudev, gives. So one day, listen to this one, Gurudev. One day, Shankaran Pillai went to a bar. You know what a bar is, right? Some of us don't know. We've just heard about it. We've read about it and seen it in movies. Shankaran Pillai went to a bar and he decided he took his parrot with him. And this parrot could have chanted the entire chapter 2 Bhagavad Gita like this with an instruction. So he went into the bar and after about 10 minutes he says, I will give everybody here $54,000, not TT dollars, US dollars. Because I can make my parrot chant Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 by heart. That's instruction. So everybody a little tipsy, but they realize what's wrong with this man. Is there an opportunity to make some money? So he said, well, if you think that my parrot can chant Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 by heart, if the parrot does, you all have to give me $54,000. If the parrot can't chant it, I will give you twice the amount of money. I will give you $108,000. So everybody will like, we catch him today. He must have one too many. Huh? If my parrot can chant, I will give you 54,000. If he can't chant, you will give me 54. And if he can't chant, I will give you 108,000. Well, that makes sense. So everybody now put their money on the table. He holds the parrot in his hand. He says, Kokot, chant. And you know what the parrot did? Kokot, kokot. So everybody looking and Kokot, chant. Kokot, kokot. How parrots go, I don't know. Huh? Kick, I don't know what it means. So, embarrassed, angry now, everybody laughed at him and he had to pay. Those who ever wagered, he paid them twice, $108,000. So, Shankaran Pillai went back home now and he vexed. He said, Kokot, I teaching you for how long now? I know you can chant. Why didn't chant? The parrot said to him, he says, Shankaran Pillai, imagine what will happen tomorrow when you're carrying back by the same bar and you make the same offer. You know how much money you can make when I do chant it? You know what's the moral of that story? If you keep your mouth shut for 5 minutes, it have plenty power in that. Satsang means, and I'm saying it crudely, but satsang means the ability to be in Sangh with your environment, whether you're at home, whether you're at work, whether you're at school, whether you're at study, whether you're walking on the beach, whether you're watching a sunrise, whether you're smelling these very beautiful flowers that Ina brought this morning. If you can experience the Sangh in those moments, Ram Kripa Binu Sulabna Soi. You can't talk about it. Just experience it. Keep your mouth shut for a little bit. Don't try to define it and describe it and to be territorial. And you will see how much it will multiply the next time you go at it. Prem se bolo Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Are Satya Sanatan Dharma ki.
Akhilanand Swarupa Isha, Manisha. सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपा ईशा जगदीशा ब्रह्मानंद स्वरूपा ईशा मनीषा अखिला